Hello teachers, learners, and parents. Sir Jeff po, at your service. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong website na tinatawag na DepEd Commons? Ang DepEd Commons ay binuo upang gawing accessible ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral dito sa ating bansa gamit lamang ang inyong mga smart devices gaya ng cellphones, tablets, at computers. Dito ay maaari nating ma-access ang iba't ibang learning materials mula sa Department of Education. Meron itong mga interactive materials, electronic self-learning modules, at instructional video lessons mula sa DepEd TV na tiyak na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral galing ka man sa public o private school. Walang problema dahil welcome ang lahat dito. Para ito sa mga guro, magulang at mga mag-aaral mula sa kinder hanggang grade 12, alternative learning system o ALS, at pati na rin ang special education. At huwag kang mag-alala dahil kahit walang load ay maaari mong ma-access ang mga learning materials. Tama! Libre ito. Ang kailangan mo lamang gawin ay i-on ang iyong data at buksan lamang ang iyong browser at i-type ang commons.deped.gov.ph. Alam na ba ng iyong mga kasamahang guro o mag-aral ang tungkol sa DepEd Commons? I-share mo na ang video na ito upang matuto rin sila kung paano gagamitin ang DepEd Commons sa mabilis at napakadaling paraan. Muli, ito po si Sir Jeff at kita-kits po tayo sa DepEd Commons. Paalam!
Magandang araw! Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng DepEd Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Hello, good afternoon everyone, and good afternoon to all the parents, teachers, and learners all over the Philippines watching us live through DepEd Edtech Unit, DepEd Tayo, DepEd Philippines Facebook pages, and DepEd TV official YouTube channel. So we are on the second week of English 4 Quarter 3, and we are using the Negros Oriental English Grade 4 SLM. So be ready with your modules, paper, pen, pencil as we journey in the amazing world of English 4. As we go on with our tutorial this afternoon, you can also comment down below your answers for the activities. And if you're using your parents' Facebook profiles, you can also comment your full name and your district or wherever you are watching right now. All right, so just a little shout out. So we have our viewers now. Good afternoon, Sir Rafi Berina from Negros Occidental. We have Alina Argota watching from Calibo Pilot Elementary School. Hello po, good afternoon. We have Susan Rivera watching from Pampanga. Zyrene May Rivera, grade 4, yes. And we have here Kurt Arcilia watching from Calibo Pilot Elementary School. Good afternoon, everyone, and I hope you will enjoy this afternoon's ETUlay session for English 4. All right. So this afternoon, we are going to talk about writing directions using signal words. All right. I hope you have your modules with you because we are going to have fun this afternoon. All right. All right. So I know everybody is ready to answer their modules, and I am very excited to have this journey with you. All right. So our next slide here, what can you see, or what do you see in our picture? Would you like to eat this delicious cake? You know, my favorite flavor of cake is chocolate cake. Wow, so you can see the icing dripping on the sides, right? Would you like to eat this delicious cake? I know I would like to. All right, so if you want to eat this delicious cake, let us bake a cake, okay? Bake a cake with Miss Therese. So straight here from Negros Occidental, this is Miss Therese Vidania, so bake a cake with me. All right, this is our first activity. So for us to bake a cake, arrange the steps in baking a cake by matching the pictures in column B with the sentences in column A. Can you see our column A and column B? Yes, all right. So we have here Faye, Torre, and Kian Inostro. They are very ready to answer our activities. All right. So our first activity this afternoon is to bake a cake. So we have column A and column B, and we have to match the sentences with the corresponding pictures. All right. Let's start with number 1. Mix all the ingredients. What picture corresponds to this sentence? Is it A, B, C, or D? So comment your answers below. All right, so the first one is mix all the ingredients. So what could be our corresponding pictures in column B? We have 4 sentences here in column A. So we have some answers here. Number 1 is letter. It's letter A. Very well. Good job. So number 1, the first step in baking a cake is mix all the ingredients, right? The second one is put the mixture in the oven, right? So where is the corresponding picture for our sentence? Okay, so we have B, C, and D. What could be the corresponding picture for the second sentence? We have here some answers from Sid Johans de la Cruz. Number 2 corresponds to letter C. Very good. Good job. So now let's have the third one. Let the cake cool down. So what could be the corresponding picture for our third sentence? All right. Marami tayong answers this afternoon. So we have here Eunice Geminiano. We have Peter John Apalia sending us their answers. Number 3 from Aliyah May Gaboy. Letter B. Correct, Aliyah. Very good. So we have here let the cake cool down. That's letter B. And number 4, our last step is put some icing or frosting on the which corresponds to letter D. Good job, everybody. So we have now a delicious cake. Oh, masarap tingnan, di ba? So I hope you can all imagine the taste of this delicious cake. I know I would like to eat this delicious cake this afternoon. So now that you have this delicious cake, I know you are energized to follow my instructions. Are you ready to follow my instructions, everyone? Are you ready? I know you are ready. You have already eaten your delicious cake. All right, yes. So Monbrit sending their answers for our first activity. Jerome Arcinas, yes, very well, good job. Ellen Joy Dominice sending us their answers. All right. So are you ready to follow my instructions, everyone? Are you ready? Yes, hello, hello, good afternoon. Jerome Arcinas, ready. Alina Argota, they are very ready to follow my instructions. So now that everybody is ready, my first instruction is, first, get a piece of paper and write your name on it. Right? So do you have your piece of paper with you? If you do, write your name on it. Have you written your names on it already? Hans Aldrich, ready po. Eunice Geminiano, yes, ready po. Kian Anthony Inostro, yes po, teacher. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Our first instruction is get a piece of paper and write your name on it. Eliza Rario, yes, I'm ready na. Sid Dela Cruz, yes. All right, so you have already written your name on the piece of paper. My second instruction is, next, write down your grade level and section. Write down your grade level and section. So the first one is get a piece of paper and write your name on it. Next is write down your grade level and section. Faith Torre, ready po? Yes. So right now you are following my instructions. So we are in the second instruction. Yes, Simone Kobe Britannico. Good job. And our third instruction is then write the name of your school. Saan ba kayo nanggaling? Where are you right now? Or where are you studying right now? Finish po, teacher, from Peter Apalia. Very good. Eliza Rario, done na. Yes, very good. Ang active naman ng ating mga students this afternoon. Siguro, masarap yung cake na nakain nila, no? Giselle Palayad, finish na po. From Mon Brits, or from Simon Kobe, grade 4, section 1. Wow. So, the next one is write the name of your school. Done na po. Yes. And of course, the last one, the last instruction is finally write down the name of your tutor. Sino bang tutor nyo ngayon? Let's see if you can still remember my name. Yes, Kian Inostro from Calibo Pilot Elementary School. Dana po, teacher. Yes, very good. Napaka-active na mga students natin this afternoon. So these are my instructions. I had 4 instructions, okay? So I have a question for you. Were you able to follow the directions correctly? Lahat ba na follow nyo yung directions na binigay ko? I know you did. Napaka-active na ngayon ng mga students natin. We have some more comments here from Jerome Arcinas and Aliyah May Gaboy. Yes po, na-follow po nila ng mabuti yung directions. From Eliana May Meren. Yes, very good. So what are the words that give you an idea on what to do next? Ano kaya yung mga words that gave you or that which help you know what to do next? What are these words? Kian Inostro, yeah. Opo, wow. So my question is, you follow the directions correctly, right? So what are the words that give you an idea on what to do next? What are the words in our instructions? No, marami tayong words dyan. Yes, first, Luciana Joy S. Fernandez. Grade 4, Blue. Wow, ang ganda naman ng section nyo. Blue, Balite Sur Elementary School. San Carlos City, Pangasinan, and Tutor Ting. Wow, naalala yung pangalan ng tutor. Alright. So, napaka-active po and done na po sila sa ating activity. So, what are those words that give you an idea on what to do next sa ating instructions? So these words that gave you an idea on what to do next are the words first, next, then, and finally, right? So what do we call these words? Ano kaya? What do we call these words? The words first, next, then, and finally. So let us discover in this discussion, all right? So I have here next one, a beautiful garden with signages, okay? So you have to read the signage found on this garden. Okay, so read with tutor thing. So the first one is please do not pick the flowers. Right. Next one is don't walk through the plants or flowers. Don't walk through the flowers. And the last one is no littering. Please put the yes, no littering. Please a trash can. Please use a trash can. Yes, so we have 3 signages, right? What do they tell? So they tell us not to pick the flowers, not to walk through the flowers, and to not litter around the garden. So these signages on the picture give what? They give directions. Yes. So in this lesson, you are expected to identify common signal words used in writing directions and use the signal words to write directions. And number 3, exhibit understanding on use of signal words to write directions. So tulong-tulong po tayo para ma-achieve natin yung lessons natin this afternoon, yung objectives natin this afternoon. Alright? So napakaganda dahil napaka-active ng ating mga students this afternoon. So we have Yadja Denise from Paco Elementary School. Yes. So Ivan M. Patron III, Grade 4 Diamond. Hello, hello, Jan from Calibo Pilot Elementary School. All right, so now let's talk about directions. So directions provide us information in doing something, and they are given in different ways, right? There are 1-step, 2-step, and 3-step, 3 to 4-step directions. So, meron pala tayong different directions na binibigay, no? An example of 1-step direction here is get the book on the table. So, isa lang, no? We only give one direction, so that's 1-step direction. For example, get the book on the table. All right. The next one is 2-step direction. So an example is get the book and give it to Anna. So the first step is you get the book, and then the second step is give it to Anna. It's 2-step direction. And the last one is 3 to 4-step direction. And it includes already several steps when you give directions. So we have here first, get the book on the table. Next is then open on page 50. That's our second direction. And lastly, read the story silently. So that's 3 to 4-step direction. So the difference is just that each direction, each type of direction, they give different number of directions, right? So with the 1-step direction 1, with a 2-step direction 2, and with a 3 to 4-step direction, we have 3 to 4 directions, right? So notice that each sentence starts with first, then, and lastly. So these are called sequence or signal words, right? So when we give directions or when we give instructions, we need to use sequence words or signal words. So let us know what are these signal or sequence words. All right. So we have here signal words. Sequence words or signal words are used to give the order of the direction. And signal words such as first, next, then, and finally or lastly introduce the steps in a process, direction, or a sequence of events. So signal words actually tell us how to properly order the events or how to properly do the steps in a process. All right, let's have an example. Do you know how to prepare a calamansi juice? We have here a refreshing calamansi juice. Siguro after this lesson, busog tayong lahat kasi from cake, ngayon meron na naman tayong calamansi juice. So, let's find out how to prepare a calamansi juice, okay? If you have the ingredients at home, maybe you can prepare a calamansi juice after this lesson. So first, cut crosswise 3 pieces of calamansi. Next, squeeze the sliced calamansi into a glass. Then add water and sugar to taste and stir gently. Alright. Finally, add an ice cube to make a cool and refreshing drink. Wow! So, madali lang palang gawin yung calamansi juice. We have calamansi, water, sugar, and then ice cubes. So, maybe later you can do your own calamansi juice. Yeah? So, notice the italicized words. We have first, next, then, and finally. So these words tell the sequence of the process on how to prepare calamansi juice, right? So these words are called sequence words. Yan. So these words are called signal words or sequence words. First, next, then, and finally. So they help the reader see which important details are expected to come next. Okay. So those are our signal words. Next is when giving directions and when receiving directions, we must remember a few things or a few points, right? So the first one here, in giving directions, kung ikaw yung magbibigay ng directions or instructions, these are the things that you must remember. First one is to write or speak clearly. Yes, so this is very important so that the person that you are talking to would know that or would understand clearly your instruction or direction. The next one is make the direction simple and easy to follow, right? So this is actually the main objective of giving direction. So the person you are giving the direction to should be able to follow it easily, right? So the next one is give the direction step by step. So if you are helping someone how to get to the market, then you should give like the step-by-step way in which that person can easily go to the market, right? And also, for example, if you are just like what we did, if you are teaching someone to make calamansi juice, it should start from the very beginning, from the first step, right? So when we follow a step-by-step process, then we would be able to come up with the best product, right? So hindi naman pwede na pag nagtimpla ka ng calamansi juice, na una pa yung sugar kaysa sa calamansi, di ba? So kailangan step by step. All right. So next one is in following directions naman. So we are done with our things to remember in giving directions. Now, these are the things that you must remember in following directions. So the first one is listen carefully and remember the directions given. Okay? So kailangan talagang makinig tayo sa person who is giving the instruction. Next, take note some keywords in the directions. Okay? And letter C, ask questions if there are some points that you don't understand. Okay? So it's important that when you are following directions, you clearly understand the direction given or the instruction given. So if you don't understand anything, you have to clarify to that person. So you can ask questions politely. Okay, so these are the three points that you need to follow or you need to remember in following directions. Okay, so is everything understood? So we have here a lot of viewers from River Madalar. Wow. Good afternoon sa lahat. So all right. So now that we have explored what are sequence words, we are now ready to answer our activities, right? So comment down below your answers on our activities and follow along as we enjoy answering our learning task. Okay? So we have our learning task 1. Ready na ba ang mga modules natin? Alright. Learning task 1 is fill in the blanks with the correct signal words. So complete the paragraph. Okay? So we are going to read first the paragraph and then we are going to fill in the blanks with the correct signal words. So I have here a situation from Mrs. Cruz. Okay? Mrs. Cruz, everybody, you can read along with me. Mrs. Cruz brought her son to a doctor. Dr. Tan gave her a bottle of cough syrup for her child who was coughing. Oh no! He gave the following directions on how to administer the medicine. Okay? Again, let's read it again. Mrs. Cruz brought her son to a doctor. Dr. Tan gave her a bottle of cough syrup for her child who was coughing. He gave the following directions on how to administer the medicine. All right, so let's fill in the blanks for the next paragraph. All right, so blank. This is the instructions on how to administer the medicine. All right, so blank. Shake the bottle well. Next is blank. Give 1 teaspoonful 3 times a day or after each meal. Next, blank. Keep the bottle in a cool, dry place. Blank. If the coughing continues, stop taking the medicine and see me again. So this is our instructions for administering the medicine to the child. Alright. Okay. So the first one is, ano kaya yung answer natin sa first blank? So our answer should be signal words, right? So we should complete the paragraph with signal words. What could be the answer for our first underline or blank? First, from Sofia Celose. First, shake the bottle well. Very good. From Sid Johans de la Cruz. First, shake the bottle well. Kurt Arcilia, River Madalar. Dylan Sitjar. Yes. So, tama po kayo. Our first answer is first. The next, blank kaya. Blank, give 1 teaspoonful 3 times a day or after each meal. What could be our answer? Next, or the second blank, give 1 teaspoonful 3 times a day or after each meal. Sid Johans de la Cruz, next, give 1 teaspoon 3 times a day. Very well. From River Madalar, next, very good. Give 1 teaspoonful 3 times a day or after each meal. Okay, so the third blank is blank. Keep the bottle in a cool, dry place. What could be our answer? Blank, keep the bottle in a cool, dry place. 3, our third blank. Eliana Merin, then. Andrea Zulweta, yes. Our answer is then. Keep the bottle in a cool, dry place. And our last blank here is blank. If the coughing continues, stop taking the medicine and see me again. What could be our answer for our last blank? Okay, we have here Faye, Torre, Arens, Diego. Hello, good afternoon. Ivan Patron the third. Lastly, yes, we can answer the word lastly, or we can also answer the word finally. If the coughing continues, stop taking the medicine and see me again. All right, so good job, everybody. We are now done with our learning task 1. So let's read the paragraph again. First, shake the bottle well. Next, give 1 teaspoonful 3 times a day or after each meal. Then, keep the bottle in a cool, dry place. And finally, if the coughing continues, stop taking the medicine and see me again. Yes. Ang galing naman, no? Congratulations for doing a good job for our learning task 1. Who had or who got a perfect score? Who got a perfect score? I know you all got a perfect score and you answered this activity correctly. So now let's go to our learning task 2. Wow. So this can be a challenge, no? So learning task 2 is complete the steps in cooking scrambled egg. Use signal words to show the correct steps of cooking. Wow. Sofia Celose, me. Annie Fernandez, 4/4. Wow, perfect. Good. So learning task 2 na po tayo. We are to complete the steps in cooking scrambled egg. So sino po dito yung marunong ng magluto ng egg? Yung ng scrambled egg. Do you help your mom or your parents to cook every morning for your breakfast? Yes. So I know you will answer very well. When you know how to cook an egg or if you know how to cook an egg. Okay, Alia Gaboy, ako po. Wow, marunong magluto ng eggs. Very good. So let's answer. Our first step is to first break 1 or 2 eggs in a bowl and add a pinch of salt. O, ginagawa nyo ba to pag nagluluto kayo ng eggs? Next is, ano kaya yung next step? What could be our next step? Kian Inostro, mix the egg. Mon Brits, mix it. Marunong silang magluto ng eggs, no? So our next answer could be next, beat the egg with an egg beater or fork. With an egg beater or fork, no? So we beat the egg, right? So the correct term is beat the egg. Okay, so after beating the egg, number 3 is then heat a little oil in a pan. Okay, so next, then heat a little oil in a pan. Okay, what could be our last step? Ano kaya yung last step natin sa pagluluto ng egg? After heating a little oil in a pan, what could be our last step? Giselle Palayad, yes. Mga nagluluto ng egg sa bahay, no? Sofia Celose. What could be our last step? Yeah, we flip it. Pwede rin. Pwede nating baliktarin yung egg, no? Put the eggs once the oil is heated and flip it when cooked. Wow! Napaka-specific naman ang ating mga answer. Okay, so pwede din tayong mag-answer ng finally, pour the beaten egg on the pan. Okay, so you put the egg on the pan and then when it's cooked, you can serve it to your family. No? Lastly, of course, you eat the egg. Correct, Sid de la Cruz. No? Ang saya naman na grade 4 students, you already know how to cook eggs, no? Very good. So that was our learning task 2. Okay, so let's move on to our learning task 3. Ready na ba kayo? So meron pang naghahabol na mga answer, no? We have Princess Ramos, put in a plate and serve hot. Di ba? Parang restaurant naman. Okay, so we have now our learning task 3. Copy the steps in making a pizza. Arrange them by writing numbers 1 to 3. do this in your notebook. So we write the number 1 in the first step that we do when making a pizza, and then 2 for the second one, and then number 3 for the last step. Okay? Ready na ba ang lahat? So talagang busog tayo this afternoon, no? We started with a cake, and then we had calamansi juice, and then we had ano ba yon? Eggs. And now we are cooking pizza naman. Grabe. So busog tayo for our snacks this afternoon. So ano kaya yung number 1 natin? What could be our first step in making a pizza? We now have some answers. So our first step, mayroon tayong answers, 3, 1, 2. Oh, ang dami na ng answers natin. So our first step is here. Making pizza can be easy and fun. First, get some dough and roll it until it is flat and shaped like a circle. No? So this is our first step. Our second one here. After that, add some pizza sauce. Put some cheese on top of the sauce, then add some toppings. Ano kaya yung gusto nyong topping sa pizza? Ako kasi, I like pepperoni. Wow, di ba? Sometimes I like my pizza with mushrooms as well. So we can add more toppings in our pizza. So that's our second step. Alright, so marami nang nagsisend ng kanilang answers. Aliyah May Gaboy. Oh, Aliyah May Gaboy said that her favorite flavor is Hawaiian. So with pineapple. O, di ba? Paul Montero, 312. And of course, our last step is finally cook your pizza. You put it in the oven, right? So when it is done, cut in 2 slices and eat it. All right, from John Marcos Martin Javier, pepperoni and pineapple. So yung toppings na gusto nila, pepperoni and pineapple. We have tomatoes and mozzarella. Diba? Oh. So we have now our process and making pizza. Our answer is 3, 1, 2. So did you get a lot of, did you get all the right answers, everyone? Yummy, di ba? Masarap yung ating pizza and masarap yung mga pagkain natin this afternoon for our snacks. Di ba? Ham and cheese. O meron ding no toppings. Cheese lang. Pesto. Wow, ang sarap naman. So, busog ba kayong lahat sa ating discussion this afternoon? If yes, then comment down below. Okay? So, we are now done with our learning tasks. We have learning tasks 1, 2, and 3. And I hope you got all the right answers for our learning tasks. And I hope everyone enjoyed our session this afternoon. So congratulations everyone for surviving another week for English 4. And thank you so much for tuning in for today's ETUlay session. And to all the parents, teachers, and learners all over the Philippines watching us through DepEd Edtech Unit, DepEd Tayo, DepEd Philippines, Facebook pages, and DepEd TV official YouTube channel. So next Tuesday, I'll see you all again for the week 3 of English 4. Alright? So sana magkasama tayo ulit next week for another session, another episode of English 4. I hope everyone enjoyed, no? And just some shout out before we end our session. We have Paul Montero, Andrea Zulueta, thank you po. River Madalar, pwede kang mag-check ng schedule on DepEd Edtech Unit Facebook pages. So, nandun yung schedules for all the grade levels and all the subjects. Okay? So, Ivan Patron III, bye everyone. Sheila Nagwit, thank you, thank you. Keep safe. Andrew Arcilia, Jerome Arcinas, Lovely Remodo, and Sofia Perolina. Yes. Thank you everyone for tuning in for this afternoon session, and keep tuning in and catch Tutor Mark for English 5. See you all again next Tuesday for English 4, everyone. And this has been Miss Therese. Thank you so much, and God bless everyone. Goodbye.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!